I dropped out of high school when I was 16, and my mother encouraged me to come back, and I didn't want to because she didn't have a high school diploma, neither did my father. So she encouraged me by coming back with me to get her GED. We both came and got our GED in 1998 in about 4 months, and we both actually started college together here. When I first came to Vance-Granville, I didn't have a positive outlook on education, and I had great encouragement from the staff when I got my GED from me and my mother. It was pretty difficult for both of us, and they were wonderful. They encouraged us, they called us, encouraged us to come back to further our education beyond our GED. Nobody can say that I'm a high school dropout anymore. I'm a college graduate. That means a lot to me, to know how far I've come and how far I had to come. It's really long ways when you have 3 children, you waitress at night, you go to school full time. It's a huge accomplishment.
In 1978, I did not return to my high school for my 12th grade year because I was pregnant and scared. I enrolled to take the GED program. That was five tests. So I took all 5 tests and completed them over a period of time, passed all of them. And so then I enrolled, which was in what was then the Executive Secretarial Science program. From the beginning, from stepping foot onto this campus, I've always felt like, you know, the college cared about the student and their success. And so I think, you know, throughout the years, you know, the physical structure has changed and the method that we do things have changed, but our mission is still the same, and that is caring for our students and making sure that any student that walks through our doors, they leave different from the way they came, and that they can be a successful individual.
I had a really good job that I gave up to start my own business in the local area. That's when the economy fell and I had a really hard time. My business ended up going bankrupt, and I decided to come back to school to try and get a degree to find a job closer to home where I could spend more time with my family. Once I came to Vance-Granville Community College, I decided to join a club called Professional Business Leaders. It's PBL. My teacher, Miss Steele, also the counselor for the club, talked me into joining. I joined that club and I met a bunch of people where I met my business partner. I did an environmental biology project, a homework assignment on how to reduce our carbon footprint on the planet. And I turned it into a business idea where my business partner, John Pendergrass, and myself have decided to make Future Fuels Unlimited, where we collect waste vegetable oil and turn it into biodiesel to help reduce costs for our local farmers. We started that through the business center here at Vance-Granville Community College. The business teachers, the accounting teachers have all helped us throughout the whole process. If it wasn't for the scholarships and WIA support, we couldn't have got where we are today. And I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel where it won't be long. My business partner and I are hoping that within 5 years we'll actually be able to issue scholarships to other students, deserving students that work hard, keep their grades up, and hopefully we can give those opportunities back to people who deserve them.
I attended Vance-Granville over the course of several years, and eventually I think I stopped because I was raising my children and they were very young. So eventually I took another job as a congressional aide for Congresswoman Eva Clayton, and she's a huge proponent of education, and she encouraged me to go back to Vance-Granville to finish my degree. The satellite campus in Warren County was a tremendous help for me because at this time that I came back to Vance-Granville, my husband and I were separated and I was a single parent. So I was able to take the majority of my classes when I came back at the satellite, which cut down on my travel time, having to travel to Henderson, as well as being in the county where my children reside in the event that something should occur, you know, some emergency of some kind. So it was just tremendous help for me, And I was so appreciative at the availability of the campus and the quality of the instructors, as well as the courses that I was able to take that were in my major. I attribute my success educationally to my foundation from Vance-Granville Community College. It was a quality education. I was very well prepared to take the next steps and was successful. I'm a shining example of what Vance-Granville can mean to an individual. Not just an individual in my position, because when I came here, I was way down on the totem pole, so to speak. So I was able to grow and to further my career based on my having matriculated at Vance-Granville.
At the age of 45, I found myself as a single mother suddenly, and I had 2 children to put through college. And I knew I had a few years to do that, and it was now or never. I had the funds to go back to school at that point, so that's what I did. The students were all very helpful, they were all very friendly, there was no competitiveness. We helped each other, we encouraged each other, even after hours, online, wherever, it didn't matter. If you needed help, there was somebody there to reach out to and talk to. The instructors, they related very well to everyone, I thought. My internship with the water reclamation plant, it was close by my house, it was about 20 minutes away, so that turned out to be a good thing. Luckily, it was also an open job, and so when I graduated, that was about the time the stock markets and everything crashed, the recession hit. And so they offered me the job, and I took the job, and it has turned out to be a blessing. I use a lot of the chemistry and microbiology that I got through school, which has helped me a whole lot. I have learned a tremendous amount. If you want to go back to school, if you're looking to go back to school, Vance-Granville is a wonderful place to go.
My company went bankruptcy, and they took the business over to Canada. And I looked for a job, but most of the jobs are asking for GED, some kind of high school diploma. So I just decided it was time for me to come back. The teachers were very helpful. I mean, if it wasn't for my teachers pushing me every day that I needed to get out, I'd probably still be there sitting, trying to finish it, and I finished it in 2 semesters, so that was great. And I really appreciate the teachers for it, because they were great helping me out. A lot of times we think, we won't be able to learn anything else. We get to a certain age and we say, well, it's too late for me to go back to school. But it's never too late. It don't matter how old you are. You can always go back and get you a degree, and right now it's just so hard to get a job without it.
After graduating from high school, my mother was diagnosed shortly after that with a brain tumor. And I decided prior to that that I wanted to go into healthcare. So I started taking some prerequisite classes at Vance-Granville for radiography. And after going through her treatments with her and following her healthcare during that time, I knew that I had made the right decision, that radiology was where I wanted to be. I actually started the radiography program in 1993. Angela Ballantyne was one of the instructors at the time. Now she's Dr. Ballantyne. She was a huge inspiration to me, and I would say that she was very encouraging, very professional, very educated lady, and not only did she make it personable in class, but she made it fun. And I think all of us, including my classmates, we always wanted to make her proud of us. After spending a lot of time in the ER, I thought, you know what, nursing is where I need to be. So I chose to go back to Vance-Granville because I had such a great success the first time. I chose to go back to the college and get my nursing degree. I totally give Vance-Granville 100% of my success in my career at this time. They gave me a great opportunity. They gave me an opportunity to stay local, to help take care of my mom. They gave me an affordable education, and I'm proud to say that I went to Vance-Granville Community College.
I came to Vance-Granville Community College to further my education. My favorite counselor, Miss Salita Bumpers, she's always there to help me from day one. When me and my mom first got here, she was there day one to start helping me from then. I recommend Vance-Granville Community College to any high school student who wants to pursue their education, whether you're going just for a 2-year trade or whether you're going for a 4-year university transfer later on. I recommend it for anyone because it's like a stepping stone. You can go here and then opens doors and more opportunities later on.